Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Hello everyone and welcome to This is Football. Welcome to a special edition Premier League weekend preview show, Habibis. We are here to talk about the English Premier League. We're here to talk about football coming back. Football's coming back, and you know how you know that? I got a haircut. International break was so boring. I actually visited the barber. Tells you all you need to know. Anyway, big up everyone watching us right now or on the replay because I know so many of you guys like to watch us on the replay. Please don't forget to hit that like button. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel if you're ready to do so. I'm saying it right now before Andrew just insults you all. So make sure you're all liking the video. Make sure you're all subscribing. Big up to everyone in the chat. Keep getting involved. This is a very interactive show. And let me introduce today's panelists because today we do have a special panel for you guys. And you know, today's show is going to be special. We're going to be talking about Chelsea versus Arsenal. We're going to be talking about Brighton going away to Manchester City. And of course, we're going to be talking about the Merseyside derby because we do have customer complaints that Hussam doesn't talk about Liverpool when other people come on. So, yeah, that's what we're here to do, Habibis. So, big up the chat, run them likes up, subscribe to the channel, keep getting involved. And let me introduce today's panelists. First of all, he finally said yes. He finally said yes to coming on the channel. He's already in the chat. He finally said yes to coming on the channel. And it's such an honor and privilege to have His Royal Highness Nobbins come on the channel again. It's been such a long time that this snobby Manchester City fan who's won it all, who keeps rejecting my offers of appearing on this football, because apparently him and his fake he's apparently has a girl, but we don't know that yet. They have to go out on Saturdays and stuff, which is a lie because he's single. But anyway, joining us on the channel is, of course, Kevin De Bruyne's long lost brother, man like Nobbins. How you doing, bro?
Yeah, I'm doing good. Thank you. Thank you for having me on as always. It's just I don't know why I come on because every time it's just new slander that's brought against me. But yeah, I'm doing good, man. Thank you for having me on.
You don't get intros like that anywhere else, right? You don't just
yeah, with good reason.
Big up to you, Nobbins, man. Big up to you. I appreciate you guys. Big up as well. Big Six Bands in the chat. Make sure to go subscribe to Monster's channel as well. Big up to you guys, Habibis. Big up to you, Honesty. I saw you earlier on as well in the terrace chat. Joining us as well, representing, let me introduce the home team first. And this has been Arsenal's second home. So I'm introduce the Arsenal fan first. Of course, joining us on the channel is the guy who hasn't been on the channel in a while. And that's slightly my fault. Because you know what's funny? We actually speak like on Twitter regularly about football. Like we actually just speak about it and stuff. I don't know why. Like in the summer, this guy used to come on my channel like 3 times a week. And then he just stopped. I don't know why actually, because sometimes he's busy. Sometimes it's just, I think the timing, there's a problem there. You guys saw him on a Declan Rice 1 a.m. stream. 1 a.m. stream. I still remember that stream of the summer. You know what? I DM'd Curran. I'm like, Curran, listen. Declan Rice is about to get announced. I know it's late as fuck right now. 1 a.m. stream. Are you down? And him and Igal came on, both of them, and we done a Declan Rice video. I'll never forget that video because it was late as hell. It was 3 a.m. over here, but we still ran a stream. That was iconic. Of course, joining us on the channel. I'm not going to call him a tactical because it pisses him off. Man like Curran is in the building. How you doing, Curran, man?
You do it so much, it doesn't piss me off anymore. So, I'm good, my brother. The reason why I was on, you remember why I was on so much in the summer? I broke my leg. I was just, I was just sat here, or my leg, I said my foot. So I was just sat here, not really doing much. But yeah, no, as you said, we speak regularly. It's not really a thing where I'm like, oh, I'm too bad. If you need me, I'm more than willing to have a conversation.
And this guy clips me up on my watch along whenever we concede as well, the fraud. Keep clipping me up.
I clipped you up once. Once I clipped you up.
No, twice. No, but it's only once.
No. I embedded someone else who clipped you. No.
Oh, fair.
There you go.
Fair.
The only one I did was with the Endo one. Endo of an era. That was the one I clipped up.
That was a bad
one. Yeah,
that was a bad time for me in general, to be honest with you. And finally, I got that whole week going from Caicedo to Endo genuinely is like your whole thing just being shattered.
Yeah.
Speaking of Caicedo, Caicedo's 11th. So is Andrew. Winter surfer. The winter is coming. He could actually surf in the winter now because, you know, he was surfing in the summer. It was bare weird surfing on sand and shit. But anyway, joining us on the channel, of course, is the man that's going to cuss out this entire comment section in a second. Man like Andrew is in the building. How you doing, Andrew, man?
It's always winter somewhere in the world, every part of the year. So it's all good. Just want to send a shout out to Hamza, who's recovering in the burn ward after being cooked multiple times on YouTube and
Let me just say something, right? Let me just quickly say something, right? What would you remember, Sam, when that game happened? I messaged you. Do you remember what I said? I said,
Yes.
brother, if it's 4 a.m., I don't care when it is, where it is. I need to talk to this brother because he has been suffering this international break. It's been.
You know what's funny about Hamza and Andrew as well? Andrew, I clocked something. The two massive cookings that Hamza got, Andrew was involved in both. The Awani one and the Arsenal loss one. I'll be so honest with you, Curran, that week, Hamza must have felt like some sort of celebrity because he was getting invited on shows left, right, and center and just destroyed on every single show. I'll be sorry with you. He was on every space and stuff, but you know him. He tried to wiggle his way
you
out.
know what was funny was, and I don't want to make this about the whole show about Holland, but the funny thing is literally anything he could do. One of his TikToks with those background music, anything he could do, he was doing TikToks on like old school international football, old school football heritage. I think Gabriel had a bad game against Uruguay. He was in on that. Oh my god! Like South American
Funny
football
part was he hit Ederson's rating. I'm like, why are you hiding Ederson's rating, brother?
Leaving that. That's exactly what I was going to say. Leaving the Edison rating out. Look, we all love Hamza, but he's a very funny guy, especially when
he was doing old Chelsea Champions League games before.
Champions
100%.
League.
It was like
because it was
heritage.
Against us.
I don't know if that was don't cook you anymore, like he's trying to do like heritage or something like
that. He's definitely trying to create allegiances. But listen, don't worry, I'm breaking down all his allegiances. But anyway, but speaking of Chelsea, we're gonna start with that game. So big up to everyone in the chat. Big up to you guys. There's already 120 people in here. We ain't even started yet. Make sure you guys are running the likes as everyone, as all the guys here have said. Make sure you guys are liking. Make sure you guys are subscribing.
Yeah, you freeloaders.
100%. Get involved in the chat, Habibis. Keep letting us know your thoughts and opinions in the chat. I see all of you here. So, Andrew, I know I introduced you as the away team, but just to be an asshole. But you are at home to Arsenal.
Else is new, right?
Wow, you are Nobbins. So you're at home to Arsenal tomorrow. By the way, I just want to say something. This Premier League scheduling is getting on my nerves now. All the games are just Saturday. Like how I can't even breathe.
Why?
Did you see the rumor about us possibly playing on Christmas Eve or something? Did you see that? Is that true? Do you know what I mean? I don't know if that's true.
I still think the funniest thing is somehow Liverpool managed to be the 12:30. Somehow it's still
New Year's Day. New Year's Day, they'll get the 12:30 on New Year's Day.
No, trust me. The New Year's Day when we played City at the 12th, that was oh my god.
Don't let them know, Roms. Anyway, talk to me about the game, Andrew. Go on.
Arsenal are favourites and should be favourites for this. Not only because they're the better team right now, but last 3 years they've won at Stamford Bridge. I'm not one of these guys that's come on here and on any stream this week and said we're going to beat Arsenal. I'm just more optimistic. Do you know what I mean? For us at this moment in time, the way we're built and the way we're playing and the way Arsenal are built and the way we're playing, a point is a good result for us. It's just a fact. It's just a fact right now. I think the international break actually came at the wrong time for both teams. Correct. In terms of momentum. Arsenal finally getting over that hurdle of beating Man City and us putting a bit of a run together. I know it was only 3 games, but it was. I haven't seen that in a while.
People keep mentioning what were these 3 games?
It was Brighton in the League Cup. It was Fulham away, and it was Burnley away. The opposition doesn't really matter to me. It's just
I understand. I'm just
3 games. The 3 games.
I've been hearing about this 3 game run.
It's not.
I've just been thinking, has something. Have I
Yeah, I
missed
mean, if
something?
we'd gone to the previous international break, then I'd be saying right now Arsenal will smoke us by a lot, because the previous international break it was just rotten. But this game is, listen, I think Arsenal need to win this game more because of what happened in the previous game. In terms of they beat City, so they need to follow. In my eyes, they need to follow up and beat us, because if they drop any points against us, it just takes away. In my eyes, it takes away a little bit from the City thing, because it'd be like if we beat Arsenal on Saturday and then lose to Brentford the week afterwards. It would sort of like even itself up a bit, and it wouldn't make any difference. But
yeah, I mean, but
I think
these things are narrative.
yeah, that's the.
Though.
I mean, it's in a singular form, like not.
Yeah,
over the
of course. But
overall
my
season,
thing is right is if it's a 90-minute game and say it's 2-2 and there's a late winner from either team.
yeah.
We're not looking at it as a game where like, oh my god, it's gone through the window. It's just it was a great game. Like for example, the United game, the United game where Nketiah scored in the last minute. You could tell United fans were like they were still gassing that they were going to be in a title race and lost 7-0.
I don't think it matters how.
Like,
I don't think it matters how Arsenal play.
That's my thing. I think it really does matter. I think it matters more about how Chelsea play.
It's just about they just need to get the win. Doesn't mean
yeah,
they just need to follow that.
I agree with that, but my thing is now we've had a month of Enzo and Caicedo. We've got Gallagher seeming to be in some kind of good form, and he's found a position for himself back in his second striker, advanced midfielder role.
Yeah.
We've seen Mudryk get a goal.
You're
Like there's
such an
things
asshole,
are starting to to come together. So not come together in like a final form, but like you're not getting relegated. You know what I mean? Like it's
that was
it's still starting to look a bit more coherent now. So I think for Chelsea, what matters more is the performance. For us, what matters more is the result. I think that's
yeah. I think given the fixtures that we're kicking off with, let's take Brentford and the Blackburn League Cup game away.
Mm-hmm.
We got Spurs, then we got City, then we got Newcastle, we got Brighton, then we got Manchester.
Yeah.
So I've always listen. I'll say this right now, and I don't really care what any other Chelsea thing is. I've taken the Man City game as an L already. Just generally speaking.
Can you not just do us a favor? Come on.
No, listen. If we
points now,
if we win tomorrow and win the next week, maybe. But like, just generally smart thinking dictates in the way they've just toyed with us the last few years after the Tuchel games is just. I just take that as an L right now, and I'm fine with that. But I think you're right. The performance does matter tomorrow because I know we've played Sam Liverpool game, but if we take the history away, that it's always a draw, and it was the opening game of the season. This Arsenal one is the biggest test so far of this Pochettino reign. It's the biggest test by far.
Our game we always draw. That's why I don't even.
Yeah, that's what I mean, and it's also first game of the season as well. You have to take that.
Remember when me and you spoke last time? What I said,
Yeah,
I was like, listen. If we get another draw, I'm never hyping at Liverpool. Chelsea
I'm not hyping.
And the thing is, right?
Liverpool.
You'll say that, and then you'll get the Anfield game, and you'll be like, "Oh, they're playing Chelsea. It's a massive game."
We just put 1 point for that game at that point.
The only way I'll hype a draw is if it's a 4-4 or something like that.
Look, Chelsea Liverpool hasn't been the same.
Hey, to be fair, Surfer, we actually got a goal this time. We got a goal each.
Oh, that's true. We didn't get any goals last season, did we?
Yeah, we got a goal.
Oh no, we hadn't scored. We hadn't scored a goal even in the cup finals. We hadn't scored in like
yeah, that's why we aren't really a measuring stick.
No, that's what I'm saying. So you take that away because it's always draw. The Arsenal game is by far the biggest test of whatever this Chelsea team is going to be or wanting to be going forward. This whole I don't know. I see some Chelsea. It's like all fan bases hyping up. It's good wins. I'll take the wins as always, but this is the real test right now to see where because this is a very. This is a
deep that for a second. Though. If this was 2 years ago, it would be the opposite way around.
Yeah,
we'd be going there thinking this is a massive test. These are European champions. Like we have to prove that we have football credentials, etc., etc. And now it's. I mean, we're not European champions, but
it sounds like a long time ago.
But it's only because of what's happened in the last.
No, I know.
So it's like,
I understand that's why it is, but it's just it still sounds.
No.
Like I remember the 2021 game.
They said Curran and Nobbins have 0 Champions Leagues. That's crazy. Now he has one as well. I hate the fact that
always that shot, right, Curran? It's always that shot. Yeah, it's always.
Yeah. I mean, look. I mean, well, you never know, people. You never know. 2024 is at Wembley, and we'll see what happens. So. Hopefully maybe we can join the club soon. Look, in terms of this game, I think the main thing, as I said before, is for us is to build on the Martinelli goal that won us that game, and then try and make sure to stamp out what is this mini revival of Chelsea, because this could genuinely go into a bit of a tailspin, as Windsurfer mentioned, with the fixtures they've got coming up, and with extra fixtures going down the drain, it would mean a standard Bodie panic in January. So we're talking another massive injection of cash, and look, we'll see what happens, and then because I think at this moment in time, anyway, since the Bowley administration has come in, it's more about transfers than actual wins on the pitch. So
it is.
Look, it'll be interesting to see how you guys play. I think defensively you still have a pretty decent defense.
I don't. One less goal than Arsenal this season,
don't like this Colwill left back thing.
I don't either. I don't like it.
Like I understand what you're saying about the goals, but fixture wise, like there's no road. We've had 3 Big Six games. Like there's no real comparison. I think you've had one of the easiest schedules in the league. So my thing is that, as you mentioned, it's the biggest test of your season so far. So we'll see how that comes up. I just think that the main threats you have, i.e. Mudryk, Jackson, Sterling if he plays, or Madueke, or whoever it is on the right, these guys work very well in transition, and with the rest defense we have Rice, Saliba, Gabriel, we have the ability just to snuff out transitions in big spaces. So we'll see what happens. I mean, Declan, as you know, always loves the game against Chelsea. I think he still has that streak in him that he wants. He can't stand that place right now. So I know he's raring to go, and he's the biggest passion merchant I know. I love that geezer, but I know he's chomping at the bit. So we'll see what happens.
I know.
We have a question for you, Andrew. Big up It says, who do you think it's a test for, Poch or the players?
Both. That sounds like a cop out. That sounds like a cop out answer, but it's not. It's not a cop out answer. It's a test for the players to go against the one of the best teams in the league, definitely in the league, Europe, one of the best right now. And it's a test for Poch to see how the Arsenal set up, if he's going to make, if he notices that, if he's ready to make the changes that need to happen, but also who he sees, who's the phony tough and who's the crazy brave in this squad, right? Who's going to step up when it matters the most in the big games? Who can he trust? Who's going to actually do something against one of the top sides? So if it seems like a cop-out answer, I do apologise, but it's not. It's both. It has to be both because they're both culpable before the game.
Let me ask Nobbins, because I want to get Nobbins' opinion. Intelligent Nobbins. Nobbins knows how much I love him. I actually love working with Nobbins, and he's intelligent. And there's a reason why I'm an asshole to him in the intro. But he knows that, but it stays between me and Nobbins only. Like what happens in that chat stays in that chat. If you know, you know the stickers. So Nobbins,
hello.
You know, from the outside looking in, as they say, you probably would like Chelsea to get a result, obviously, because of the title race situation.
Mm-hmm.
What do you make of this game?
Yeah, I was just going to ask Andrew, but I guess I can talk about it now, because I was going to say I can't really see anything other than an Arsenal victory. I would be very surprised if Arsenal conceded a goal, because the question I was going to ask was, I believe that Arsenal have either the best or the second best defense this season, based on like not conceding chances, not conceding XG, etc., etc. Whereas Chelsea have one of the worst records in terms of missing big chances. Like getting into decent positions, but not actually being able to finish off those chances. So I sort of see the game as Arsenal limiting Chelsea. So Chelsea are going to have even less chances than usual, and their lack of being clinical may come to haunt them. So I can sort of see like a 1-0 Arsenal or maybe a 2-0 Arsenal. Maybe depending on like what team Arsenal puts out. I think that if it's the Curran will know more about this than me. I believe that Partey's now fully fit and everything. Yeah, so I'd expect the midfield three to be Partey, Rice, and Ødegaard. If that is the midfield three, then I don't think Chelsea realistically have that much of a chance. If Havertz plays in the midfield, then maybe, because I don't know if that's his best role, position, etc. Not he's a bad player. I don't know if that's his best utilization of his abilities. So I can see if Havertz plays, I can maybe see Enzo and Caicedo getting a bit of joy. If not, then I think that Arsenal will be in control, but they're not going to go sort of like gung-ho. It will sort of be more like an approach where their players are good enough and intelligent enough when on the ball to limit chances on the counter-attack. And Chelsea do have the players for counter-attacking football. We talked about, Sterling, Madueke, Palmer, Mudryk, whoever, Pat Jackson, whoever. But I don't know how many of those opportunities they will get, because I think Arsenal will be too much for them, and I think they will stifle them and limit the limit the counterattacks. And that's a shame, because as you mentioned, Sam, I really want Chelsea to win. I'd love it, even though I'll take a draw. I'd love that, but I can't see anything other than quite a comfortable Arsenal 1-0. I can see maybe a first half goal for Arsenal, and then second half Arsenal just control the game, stifle the play, and Chelsea don't, because I think this is quite this is an immature Chelsea side in terms of, not just in terms of age, but also just in terms of like how long they've all been together, if that makes sense. And whilst this is a young Arsenal side, I feel like they have a lot of maturity and experience, if that makes sense. So I think that they will have the game management.
We've been through a lot of pain. Let's put it that way.
Sure. That's really well put. So that's my that's how I think.
Let me just take it a step further from Nobbins, because this is what I'm here for. I'm here for the for the crazy wild takes. People laugh, but 90% of the time they do come true. Even if Havertz start, I'm gonna be honest with you. Chelsea, I love Surfer as a guy, like he's my guy, but his club is just getting shot on tomorrow. I'm so sorry. I just don't see a world in which Chelsea get anything. I'm gonna be sorry with you. Saliba and Gabriel just locked up Haaland. Ain't no way Jackson, Mudryk, Sterling, they could bring Madueke.
No, I'm still like I agree with the Haaland thing, but his brother wasn't there. And for real, that is.
I hear you, but this is
for
Chelsea.
Haaland,
Jackson,
right?
Mudryk, Sterling.
It's a massive thing.
That is like Saliba could have one leg and he still lock them up. Like, let's just be honest here. I think.
Yeah, no, I understand. My thing is
let me land. I think they would create chances. I think they'll create opportunities. I think I'm not saying Chelsea will just be dead, but I think when it comes to finishing in front of goal and the quality of chances, because that's the main difference I think here, is I don't think Chelsea are going to create quality opportunities. They might create half chances. They might create a chance here and there. I think Chelsea's biggest danger is two things. Their two biggest weapons. Number one, their defense. They could do a defensive job on Arsenal. It's possible. It's not impossible that they do a defensive job. And second of all, I'd say maybe one of the things that they could utilize is set pieces. I genuinely do not believe, and I will make this statement right here, and you guys can be angry all you want. I don't think Chelsea score an open play goal. I think the only way Chelsea put the ball in the back of the net is a set piece.
And we've conceded
a corner
set
or a free kick or a penalty.
Outside
We've
of a
conceded.
mistake. I agree.
Don't matter to me.
We've conceded. We've conceded against Fulham a corner. I think there are chances. I mean, but the thing is, right? Just think of it this way: we've played away. I think 3 or 4 games. We haven't conceded a goal yet. So I'm just defensively, I'm not too concerned. regarding what Nobbins was saying about the lineup, the only main talking point is Saka going to make the starting 11? If he doesn't, it will be either Nketiah
Who's
up
sorry?
front, Saka, because he's still because Mikel said that it will depend on how he's training. Mikel's a liar anyway. Doesn't
Mikel
really
will play this guy.
He's a liar.
Man.
So
yeah, he's a liar.
Mikel is just like I don't trust him at all. But when it comes to if Saka doesn't play, it'll probably be Nketiah with Jesus on the right wing, or Havertz with Jesus on the right wing, something like that. But the thing is, right? People.
I didn't jinx you in the City game. I said you'd beat City and you beat them. So why don't people ever say that, huh? It's always the jinx you remembers. You don't remember the ones that I make correct predictions for. Fraud, James.
No, I mean, the one thing I will say is I think this is the best Chelsea defense we've come up against in a while. 2022, I think Mendy was in his worst period.
Yeah.
It was Azpilicueta on his last legs. I think Thiago Silva wasn't in good form. Year before it was Christensen and Malang Sarr, for God's sake. I do think Partey will start. There was a
Where is the question?
I know he'll start at DM. There's no doubts anymore about that. There's the whole thing with the Gabriel being dropped.
Do you think it's a guarantee though that Havertz goes to the bench? Is it like would you be shocked if Havertz starts tomorrow?
No, as I said, it will depend on Saka's fitness and who he feels is better to basically do what we need to do against Chelsea in the upfront position, Eddie or Havertz. So it could be Havertz starting at 9. It could be Eddie starting at 9. What it won't be is I don't think it'll be Havertz in midfield. I don't think that will be the case.
That just simply cannot.
It won't happen.
If he was to start that, you'd have to question that as a total ego move from Arteta to start.
But the thing is, it does. Yeah, the one thing I know about Mikel is that when something is working, he doesn't change it. He doesn't change it. He just doesn't change. He's the same. Like he's done interviews where he's like, I don't change what I wear on the bench until we lose. He's very stubborn. He's very, very stubborn. So I don't expect him to change. I expect a very similar, if not the same lineup as the City game. And
I don't. Going back to what Sam said, we're not going to get shat on like you just said. All right, you know what I mean. I think this
Are you going to score an open play goal?
I don't need to score an open play goal. Like you said, set pieces are part of football. All right, they were part of football.
Andrew,
okay?
that's not the point. That's not
the whole point. The whole point is to score a goal, whether it's set piece or not. I couldn't.
I agree.
Do you know what? Just for you to wind you up, Sam, I want the dirtiest own goal you've ever seen in Premier League history, and we 1-0, and we play rubbish. Okay, that's
the other thing is, right. Just think about it though, right? We have conceded stupid goals in the past 18 months, crazy goals, and still won. Again, we've come back from behind. Like even if we concede an early goal, I'm not.
Yeah.
Like genuinely, I remember
that's the difference between two sides, Curran.
Yeah.
If you
100%.
score
like
first,
I remember we had the 4-2.
If they score first, it's curtains. Just look.
No, but that's the whole point. If they score first, I need to see what I've been seeing. I don't want to see what I have been seeing for the previous 9 months, and everyone's head go down. And that's what we see. Even the experienced players like Thiago Silva.
This is the thing, right? I still think, and this is something I was saying. I don't know if you remember, Hussam, when we were doing the transfer stuff. There's a lot of 2021 Arsenal in this Chelsea team. There's a lot of like young talent ready to be embedded in, trying to find their way, trying to get into Europe, trying to prove European football, trying to prove themselves. But still, they've got there's something there, but there's still that naivety, and they're not able to finish off games. They're not able to get things over the line. So there is a lot of that and of that in there as well, which is why if I feel like we lead, I don't feel like we lose. I don't think we draw either. If there's a lead at some point in this game,
be sorry with you, I don't think Andrew thinks they're gonna get a result either.
Listen, I said it earlier. A draw for us tomorrow is a great result. The way the teams are, A draw tomorrow is a great result. I don't
So are you
even care.
taking a draw of the right now?
I would
If
take a
give you
draw right. I take a draw right now because
Damn.
I can't go off a Brighton League Cup win, 2 wins over Fulham and Burnley, and go, yeah, my confidence is so concrete in this Chelsea team that I expect to win against Arsenal. That's totally illogical. That's just mad. Do you know what I mean? It's just absolutely
anything
mad.
can happen in 90 minutes. But if I'm gonna sit here
Yeah.
and say that I'm not confident, I'd be lying. I'm quite confident.
You should be, especially after the
So-
City win and the previous
But the thing
and
is,
the previous
the thing
visits
is,
to
right,
Stamford
and
Bridge as well.
I know people are going crazy over the City win, but for me, I still feel like we haven't beat City because of the people they were missing. The 2 players that were in that team, that weren't in that team, were the players that beat us. Rodri 2021, De Bruyne last year. Like those are the 2, like boogeymen or whatever you want to call it. The only thing why I'm gassed about this win is we only have to play them one more
It's
time.
more
in this league.
KDB, to be fair. He's the one who always performs against us.
KDB hates us. KDB, like literally, he has this hatred in his heart. That, like,
I don't know
he's
why
like,
that is. That's so weird. I don't know what the hatred is.
Why isn't it Chelsea?
Yeah.
They messed with you. Hate them. Don't hate
We had
us. I
the
don't know what we
same-
did
That's
to you.
'cause
We had the
we're
same thing with
Chelsea were just never a threat when City were good. So you know what I mean. So
Anyway,
that's
but
why. He's
the
done
main
something
point
too
is
easily.
the main point is
Great.
that
KDB's cousin.
what I was trying to
Live
say,
and
what
direct,
I was
this is football,
saying is
like
we
it's
only have to play them once more this year in the league. And if you remember last season, we went into post World Cup and we started to play them twice, and losing both those games is what lost us.
Bring back the World Cup, man. What a time. What a time.
Oh, bring me back. I will even
was
big
like
up. I
Such a good
will
time.
even big up Argentina Netherlands as a semi-final. If it happens.
The thing is,
I'll big
right,
it up.
the only, because I know we're going above the topic. The last thing I want to say about, and I think we should move on to the next game, but I saw my World Cup ended when Jesus was on the bench with the ice. That was when my World Cup ended.
Wow.
Because I knew that we hit 19 games with 50 points. I didn't think we could. It still hurts, man.
My
It's
World
great
Cup
to
ended
see.
with that Moroccan number 21, Hassan. Remember that guy, the number 21 for Morocco?
Oh, yeah.
That-
The guy who plays in Saudi, Hamdallah.
Yeah.
He pissed us off all, man. Everyone was so behind Morocco, and then he came on and he just that was so much fun time. Honestly, that World Cup was actually so much fun, bro. It was so fun. It was actually so much fun. Argentina won as well. Nobbins gonna get heartbroken October 30th, but it is what it is. Big up to
What's October?
what's
30th?
going on October 30th, Ballon d'Or ceremony. Big up to Michael Talks Football, who says, big up, bro. Watch Haaland score a hat-trick this weekend. The man will return to form, and we better smash Everton 3-0. Keep up the good work. First of all, thank you so much to Michael Talks Football for the super chat. Second of all, if you're not subscribed to Michael Talks Football, I don't know which cave you've been living under. This guy, specifically speaking of international football, when it comes to covering like world qualifier stuff like that, just elite content. You see him as well. You see me as well in his chat so many times. Big up to Michael for the super chat. I'm not worried about Everton. I'm gonna ask the guys about it, but the Haaland thing, I'm gonna keep your super chat on the screen for a second because I do agree, and you know why? I got a calm panel today because listen, Andrew himself is like, listen, we losing, brother. I'm like, okay, you know what? You're right. You are losing. So there's just like, I'll be sorry. There is no like,
you know what it is? It's those ones
ain't
where
no
everyone's too
craziness,
comfortable
there's
with
no
losing.
wildness. You know, everyone just thinks Arsenal gonna win on the stream.
Yeah,
and, you know, fair enough.
that's when it gets a bit dodgy because everyone thinks Chelsea gonna lose, and you're just
I
like,
know what you mean. I know
oh,
what
come
you mean.
on.
Sometimes
The
you get that,
Saturday
like,
night after everyone else has played.
Sam, if we win, I'm back on the stream this weekend.
you know, there's a bigger chance of. Oh, don't worry, I got you. The problem is, you know, for me as a content creator, surfer, because all the games are Saturday. The only way I could review Saturday's games is Sunday afternoon. That's literally the only way. No, but I can't. Like, am I supposed to do a 2 a.m. stream?
You're 3 hours ahead. Yeah.
How? I like. Come on, man.
Yeah, I forgot United are play. Yeah, who cares about United?
Good question.
Bro, if Sheffield beat Man United, oh Lord.
My God, you'll have to stream then. If they beat Man United, you'll have to stream then.
Big up Michael for the super chat. I'm gonna read it in a second. I'll leave that for the Liverpool section. Big up to you, Michael. Thank you so much. But big up Ederson who got dunked on. Anyway, speaking of moving on, everyone in the chat right now, please hit that like button. Please subscribe to the channel if you're yet to do so. The reason why this super chat is still on the screen is because next up I do want to talk about City Brighton. Manchester City are on 3 domestic losses in a row. Of course they beat I don't know who they were playing in the Champions League, Sporting something.
Leipzig.
I don't know what the hell they're called.
Leipzig.
Yeah, like what?
Oh no! Can I one just before Nobbins? That before that City game, right? Oh, because the Rodri thing happened and no De Bruyne. The amount of Doku griddies I got in my mentions for like 3 days before that game. No one said anything afterwards. Everyone's like, "Oh, he's coming to gritty on the pitch like everyone else from City." He did nothing against us. He switched sides and did nothing against us. I like
Ben
Doku
White
player,
actually
but never do that
negged
again.
him. That's the funny
City
part.
fans, leave me alone, all right? Focus on your.
I don't know if you've ever
team,
seen
man.
Hamza do the gritty. It's the worst gritty of all time.
Oh, I've seen it.
It's the worst
Oh,
gritty of all
why
time.
would he
Big up
attempt that?
Hamza though. Shout out Hamza.
I don't know what his hands were doing. What was his hands doing?
Get well
was
soon.
like-
Get well soon, Hamza.
Yeah.
I'll actually try find it and play it now in a second. But anyway, as I was saying, please make sure you're hitting the like button. Make sure you're subscribing. Big up to Michael. Big up to Mahmoud. Everyone like and subscribe. We're almost
Yeah, you
at 100 likes.
freeloaders. Hurry up.
Nobbins.
Hello.
Brighton at home.
Yes.
The only 4-peat you're gonna get is 4 losses in a row, one man said. Do you agree with said man? And is Doku gonna be griddying this weekend?
Well, does a quadruple count as a 4-peat technically? Because we won 4 trophies this calendar year, so you hold that.
God.
Look, we should beat them. They played really well against us last season, to be fair. They actually had more of the ball. It was a really good game. I really like watching Brighton. They're one of my favourite teams to watch in the Premier League. And they're one of the few teams that will be quite brave. You might call it foolish, but they're brave in that they keep to their own style of play and they will try to out City, to be fair. And I thought they got really unlucky last season, to be honest. But for, can't remember who Haaland bodied exactly, but it was like a goal kick from Ederson, and then I think it was it Dunk or Webster, I'm not sure which one, and they just rounded the keeper and slotted it in. So if they do a similar approach where they try to man mark us, then I can see it being a similar situation where we just see lots of long balls up to Ederson, and then you got Alvarez as the runner off Haaland maybe. But yeah, even without the context of the loss against Wolves and the loss against Arsenal, we should still be aiming to win the game anyway, and it's still a must-win for a team that wants to win the title. But I expect it to be a good game. It's a shame it's at 3:00 because it means that most people in this country won't be able to watch it. But I do think it will be actually a really entertaining game because I don't see Brighton just camping and getting everyone behind the ball. But I do think eventually we will win. I'll say that we will win that one. We'll concede. Brighton are a good side. I'll go same score as last year. 3-1. I'll go for relatively.
Before we let
comfortable win for
Curran
City.
and Winter Surfer have their says, there's a player we must ask about, Nobbins. And I think his importance was on full display in these games that you did lose. The whole... Michael, you ain't a mod yet? I'm about to mod Michael. With the whole Rodri thing. Just in general, your thoughts on the whole Rodri situation. Best DM in the world. If he goes out, how much you'd miss him, etc., etc., etc. Because some people are saying when it comes to Rodri, basically if you do miss him again for 2-3 games, that you will struggle the same. Are you of the same thought process?
I mean, if he gets another suspension or something, another injury.
Yeah, suspension. God forbid injury. Never wish injury on anyone.
I'd like to think that if it was a longer term thing, then Pep would find a solution to figure out the lack of Rodri problem. I think that if he's only missing, for 2 Premier League games, then you can't. It's not really worth trying to figure out a long term solution. It's sort of trying to shoehorn in a short term situation. To be fair, I thought that. I think that the solution is probably just to play Bernardo and Nunes in the sort of, double pivot, whatever you want to call it. Kovacic has tried and failed on 2 occasions to try to be that player, and he demonstrated against Wolves he can't do it when he made mistakes which led to goals. and he demonstrated against Arsenal, where obviously he should have got sent off. That's not in dispute, and also he was just poor in general. So obviously, if you lose one of your best players, lots of people saying the best midfielder in the world, whatever, then you're going to be a lesser side. But I think that
Definitely in that conversation, by the way. That's not a crazy take.
No, yeah, definitely. Well, I remember at the start of the season, some people were saying that Rodri's better than De Bruyne. I wasn't one of those people, but some people were saying that. I don't know if the best replacement of, in my opinion, Nunes and Bernardo has been attempted yet, because it wasn't tried against Arsenal, and I can't even remember if did Bernardo play against Wolves? Maybe he did. I'm not sure. I can't remember. But yeah, so I don't actually really know if it's going to be that big of an issue. I was quite happy with how he played against Arsenal, to be honest. I just wasn't happy with how he played against Wolves, and I think that was maybe even more down to it just being one of those games. Like, we had games last season, away against Leicester, where we relied on a world-class free kick, away against Palace, where we relied on a penalty.
That penalty! Why did you remind me? Oh,
sorry.
God. Oh, no! Oh, no! That was Olise. Oh my God! Oh, that was awful. That was literally the word. Oh, sorry. I know.
That's fine.
I know. It's just
You're
my God,
hurting. I get it.
Returned. Oh,
yeah.
But Sam, you know exactly what I'm going through. You know exactly what I'm going through, my brother.
Fan, yeah.
Yes, I do.
So
she brought back a ton of annoyance.
Just as you're answering the Rodri question, is this also like this thing that Aaron just said? Stones is the best alternative to Rodri. Would you agree with that?
No, there's a big difference.
Sorry, just before you go, because Phillips has played well for England. That's one thing we have to admit. Calvin Phillips, that is.
Not against Italy, though. In general, sure, but against Italy, he was.
He played well against Italy.
He should have got sent off, mate. What?
He was awful against Italy.
He was
crap.
Shit.
He was crap.
Wow.
Crap. Yeah.
He was terrible. Yes.
You guys don't appreciate true English talent, man.
Shut up.
You want Curtis
You
Jones
take
in your
him.
midfield?
You
for
take him
next 10
then.
years, yeah.
No, I wouldn't take him.
Yeah,
No,
exactly.
You take him. You appreciate English talent.
You
No,
need a
take
DM.
him.
No,
There you go.
I wouldn't.
Perfect for you.
Why are you speaking for me? I wouldn't
He's
take him, brother.
Steven
Take him.
Gerrard regen.
Appreciating the talent.
Take him, yeah.
Are you saying Steven Gerrard regen when he's a DM?
Steven Gerrard 2014 regen.
Yeah.
Specifically.
That's not the best version of him, is it?
A very specific version of Gerrard. So I mean,
But anyway,
Phillips
the
is...
Stones thing. Go on.
Yeah. Just on Phillips, just last thing there. Apparently, Newcastle are very interested in him because of the Tonali situation.
I saw Spurs as well. Spurs were linked
Yeah,
to him
and
again.
he's now sort of realised that, I'm not actually going to get any game time here because
But he came out and said it, didn't he? Came out and said it. It's
exactly.
Like,
So
I mean,
we're gonna
but
have
he
a
did say it at the end of last season, I'm going to try and fight for it, and now he's just.
I rate the mentality, and I really wish it went well for him because I like him as a person, but he's just clearly can't do it, which is a shame.
He's not at that level. No.
No. Just on Stones. Yeah, there's a big difference between being an inverted fullback, progressive centre half, whatever you want to call it, and being an out and out defensive midfielder. It's totally different, like a way that you play. Like Stones has even commented on the fact that he struggles with the whole 360 vision thing that he has to do when he's in that position, and that's when we have the ball. If we didn't have the ball defensively, it would be even harder for him. So I don't see that as a solution. Really, I can maybe see. Maybe like.
So what's the solution?
I'd rather Bernardo. I told you what I think the solution is. I think the solution is Bernardo Nunes. If Rodri's not there, Bernardo is a
pivot,
six.
The correct
Is
solution.
What's that? Sorry.
Is the correct
Double
solution.
pivot, you mean?
Oh, you see. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So instead of being Rodri, Stones, or Kovacic, Bernardo, whatever, Rodri Nunes, I think gets. Obviously, it's nowhere near as good as Rodri next to anyone, but I think that it covers the skills that Rodri has as best as you can. And Bernardo is a very underrated sort of auxiliary six, to be fair. He's quite good at doing that. So yeah, that would be my solution. So
do you take away, though, you take a huge bit away from Bernardo Silva playing in deep like that? In terms of...
but they need that.
I know.
Yeah,
I guess
it's like the lesser of two evils, I'd say.
Yeah.
Like it needs must at that point.
It still needs, it still needs the ability to win duels in the middle of the pitch. But
yeah,
keep
that's
the ball
because he
enough.
didn't do that. Yeah, that's the thing.
You'll keep the ball enough that it should work.
But if you would target him though for the duels, you know what I mean?
But he's quite tenacious, to be fair, Bernard.
I don't doubt.
No, he definitely is. I mean, he had.
is, but...
I still think that that season where it was him and Verratti, and they were both going bar for bar for the entire season in the middle of the pitch, where he was, I can't remember, I think it was 2021 or 22, where he was just incredible, Bernardo Silva. And yeah, he's a very good player, and his ability to control build is very, very good, and that's what you need as a City player. As you mentioned, the 360 vision, Bernardo has that. He has the ability to play on either foot. He has the ability to find passes through the lines.
Do you see, Nobbins, do you see actually Pep trying to change him into that long term with him getting older? He's like 28 going on 29, right?
I mean, it's all up in the air, to be fair, because Bernardo's got a
That's the
release
shadow
clause.
of Calvin Phillips there, by the way.
No, I still think he'll leave next year. No, come on.
Exactly, yeah. He's got a £50 million release clause next season.
Oh, okay. I
So,
didn't realise that.
Look, I think a lot of that depends on whether Barca can actually afford that, because according, again, if you believe the in the nose or whatever, he only wants Barca
Then
allegedly.
just pull a couple of levers, to be fair.
Yeah, I mean, friggin' levers are they?
Yeah, so, but yeah, I don't even know if you need to, coach him in an extra manner to do that, because I'm of the view that he can already do that quite well. He's such a versatile, borderline unique player who can play on the right. He can play sort of like
he
more
played left
offensive
back,
midfield.
didn't he,
Considering, I know that Saka obviously did it multiple times, but I was quite impressed with how he was sort of able to half do it, considering he shouldn't have had the hope of doing it. So that's the sort of player we're dealing with.
I can't lie. That the City game, I don't think it sank in until they panned to Bernardo and he was like, ah. That was I think the best moment. He was just like.
I think that's a massive compliment, though. In that game, I believe we were like quite far behind Arsenal at that point. It was like a must not lose for us, and the faith that Pep had to put him a left back against Saka, who's obviously one of the best players last season, obviously it didn't work. But I think the fact that he wanted to try it is a testament to how highly Pep rates his unique skill set and all that stuff. So in sum, on the Rodri situation, in conclusion, I've been talking a lot, sorry. I don't know if it's actually that big of an issue. Obviously, the stats look bad. 3 games not played, 3 losses. But I think from my perspective, it has been blown out of proportion a bit. That's my take.
Does anyone here think Brighton are going to win?
No.
Or get a draw?
No. I don't. I tell you.
So we're all just gonna agree with each other this whole stream. Now.
Look, genuinely, it's the same thing that Nobbins had for me. It's the same energy. Would I like?
Curran, you don't even have hope. Look into the camera right now and say you don't have hope. You're lying. I dare you say you don't even have hope.
There's always hope. Okay.
It doesn't give me hope.
It's the hope that kills you.
No, it doesn't give me hope. These guys got slapped by Aston Villa 6-1. That doesn't give me hope. Okay. They got slapped by Villa. No one. If you told me, if someone lies out,
unless De Zerbi takes it personally and tries to do some sort of Man City audition for when Pep eventually leaves.
Like an audition, But
if he tries to go bar for bar with Pep or something,
I think we're going to see this. I think Brighton. You're right. Brighton
with Pep. Good luck, brother.
Brighton will be one of the most. They are already one of the most entertaining sides.
They're dangerous,
but for both reasons, because they'll batter someone and they'll get battered themselves one of the weekends, like with Villa. And like West Ham done them 3-1, didn't they, early this season as well, when no one expected West Ham to go there and do them. So I think the thing about City this year, I think they are more of that. For me, they look more machine-like than ever before. This is Pep's best ever defensive team he's ever coached, for me. And I just think, go on, sorry.
No, go on. And I just think.
No, I listen. I don't think they'll. I don't. When I say I think they'll win. I think obviously it'll be 3 or 4-1. But I just don't think. I think Brighton will. They'll scare them a little bit, but it won't be that much. Usual service will resume this weekend. And like your super chat said earlier, I need Haaland to perform for my FPL points as captain as well.
Your FPL.
Hey, shut up, man. My FPL matters to me. Okay.
Your FPL. Who cares? FPL.
Yeah.
I didn't even
wouldn't
make
vote
a
for him,
team
should
this
have had
season. I
FPL.
got
Give me the
so
title.
tired of this FPL stuff.
Nah,
Kept me
you
second
got
in-
no. It's FPL heritage. That's what that is. You don't have FPL heritage.
Look,
That's your problem. Is that?
I don't give a
don't,
shit. I don't
because I
give a shit
don't
about
play it.
FPL heritage. I want City to lose. Okay,
Oh, that's the deal. But you want them to lose because of a title race, and that's no problem.
But yeah,
You are
I'm
in
the
a
same
bad-
as I'm the same as
you are
Nobbins.
in a bad race as
I
well,
feel like there's no
Mustafa.
hope. But
10th and 11th title
Yeah.
race. Big up to Nabil who says Salam
this
going
guy.
for Umrah next
This
Friday
guy.
for the
I
first time.
swear to God.
Big up to you, Nabil. May God accept as well. Big up to you. I hope you have. By the way, if you have any questions or anything, DM me because I've done it like 3 or 4 times as well, my brother. So big up to you and thank you for the super chat, Habibi. Anyway,
Can I just address Staffy? What? Why are you trying to drag us into your fight in the chat? I don't know what this is.
I don't get it.
I don't get it. I don't get it. What?
He's like W Nobbins, Linterler. Okay, but what does that have to do with you getting cooked?
This guy, I'm usually propping up his channel and propping him in the chat and everything. Like he's turned on me, man. He's done a Hulk Hogan turn on me. He's joined the NWO or something. You know what I mean? I don't like this guy. I don't know what he's done. What have I done, Staffy? What have I done, man? Come on.
By the way, Cyrus, 100%, man, 100%. There's literally no time for you to even.
I mean,
There's no time for you to even grab a plate of food.
I don't know. The only thing that I could take solace in is that the next game I'm going to talk about is 12:30. Because
yes,
it has.
But just before we do that, let me.
Yeah.
I'll say this on City Brighton. If this was at the Amex and it wasn't
different story, yeah.
No, not even that, and it wasn't 3 back-to-back losses for City. I'd be more confident in Brighton doing something, but I'll be sorry with you. These guys, Haaland criticism, Rodri's back. They've lost 3 in a row. Brighton gonna play football against them. It's like literally. Have you ever guys seen the piranha fish? I'm not gonna say shark because that's cringy, but you see the piranha fish when they put like some blood, and it's literally is just flocking to it and then just going. That's what's gonna happen. Actually, might be a actual. That's so cringy, Nobbins. That's so cringy. No way you just said Stobbins. No way you just said Stobbins.
Get it trending, guys. Get it trending.
What does that even mean?
It's shipping.
Staffy and Nobbins
me and Staffy.
combined.
Oh Lord.
We can have one as well. Do you want one,
Can
Curran?
Staffy-
Yeah.
Nobbins.
Wait, I can see why you didn't put the A, because that would have been the wrong trend to send out ship that stabbings.
That would have been mental. Anyway, so I think City gonna win this game comfortably.
I do too.
With
Big
the
up, big up.
panel. Big up to my guy Michael Talks Football says Darwizi played Jogo Benito versus Brazil. He was great, and that's the next game I want to address because there's a customer complaint. Hussam, why when you get rival fans you don't talk about Liverpool? Blah 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 blah, etc. But this time, you know what? We're gonna talk about Liverpool. So you guys hold tight. We're gonna talk about the Merseyside derby next, Liverpool versus Everton. Make sure you guys are liking the video. Make sure you guys are subscribing to the channel if you're ready to do so. Ever right now, please hit that like button. Ever right now, subscribe. Big up to Michael. Big up to Nabil. Big up to Mahmoud for the super chats. Big up to you guys. Please do run the likes up. Do subscribe. We've only got 2 games really left to talk about because I think the imposter in the top 4 will lose this week. So we'll address that in a second.
Do we even need to talk about it? Do we even need to talk about it? Right? It's a really irrelevant game.
It's next week as well. It's not even a weekend game. It's the next weekend.
Who's that?
It's just dumb. Like genuinely.
Spurs.
Like
there's no way you're being that petty.
No, not Spurs.
No way.
United.
No way.
Oh.
No.
The battle of two mid teams in
Who?
what? Sheffield and Man United. I mean that's some mid off.
Wow. Anyway, let's start with Liverpool Everton. Curran, I want to start with you because I already know my thoughts, so I want to get your thoughts on the game. 12:30 kickoff. Agenda against Liverpool. They want to stop us from being in this league. By the way, that's 14, and the second team is on 6.
This is the main reason. This is the main reason I like this game, right? This is the main reason I like this game because there's nothing like, and we're the same. Arsenal fans are the same. When something, even the smallest inconvenience against us or you, there's no better fan bases in the world. There's nothing. There's no 2 better fan bases when there's a minor inconvenience.
But even you have to admit it's too much.
It is too much. But do you remember we had the whole COVID off for the Carabao Cup games? Both fan bases were it was beautiful. Like it was like everyone was pissed off. You were pissed off with us. We were pissed off with you. Everyone was pissed off at the FA. It was beautiful. But yeah, in terms of the actual game, if you don't win this by like 3 or 4-0, brother, seriously, they're not a good side. Like I understand they have Sean Dyche, and he is Sean Dyche. He will keep them compressed.
Yeah, Sean Dyche. Yeah,
He'll be able to crunch the pitch, make sure to
No, but
try
I
and
said this
channel into
earlier.
the
I don't
middle.
think Sean Dyche football was scary like 4 years ago. I don't think it has the same effect now.
That's literally what I was about to say. It's not 2019, not 2020. It's 2023. Is it Goodison, right?
No,
Nope.
it's that.
Is that? Do we even need to talk about genuinely? It should not even be a question. You have one of, if not probably up there with the best attack in the league. Let's just put it out there. There is still issues with. I don't like McAllister 6, but we'll deal with it until you get Phillips.
Relax, Curran. I'm getting Phillips.
Yes, you are. Take him.
But in reality, look, you shouldn't have problems with this game. Genuinely, there's not much to really worry about that, unless they have. I mean, they don't even have a Iwobi anymore. It's like McNeil.
Oh yeah, because Iwobi would have scared the shit out of me.
No,
right?
like he was at least decent. Like Iwobi was decent. You know what I mean? Like the only decent player there is like Onana now.
Basically, it's like at least Iwobi is like acceptable level. You know?
Yeah. Like it's just like the only player that I went to Goodison. I was at Goodison when we beat them 1-0. Right? It was a crap game. It was a really crap game because they're not very good at football. It's that simple. And you shouldn't have any issues with them. And if it comes against, I expect to be like 2-0 after 60. Darwin comes on, or Darwin starts and comes off, because Darwin does well against Everton. I think he'll get a goal. I think Salah will obviously get a goal, and then we'll see who else can get one. I think
Jota likes a game
Jota,
against
yeah,
Everton.
Jota does like a game against Thingy. Is Diaz fit?
He's a very attractive.
They're all
man.
fit, but the problem is they're coming back from South America now.
This is the thing. Like
How many South
I want
American
to say 3-0. Jota, Darwin, Salah.
Fair enough.
Wait, is Curtis Jones still
do you
suspended?
guys have?
Hmm?
How many South Americans do you guys have in your team?
Or 2. Jesus.
Okay.
Jesus
Nobbins,
and
okay.
Gabriel.
Alvarez, Edison. Is that it?
No, it's him. Where is he? Yeah.
Yeah.
How many do you
Caicedo.
Thiago
And
Silva.
Caicedo.
Thiago Silva doesn't play for Brazil anymore.
Oh, he's in play. Oh, so that's not matter. I rarely care about international football. I don't even know he's there.
Enzo Caicedo is big though.
Enzo Caicedo is big because they're going to start. They need to start.
And Martinelli, but Martinelli didn't really play. Maybe the travel. I don't know if he was in the squad.
Martinelli didn't go, did he?
I'm going to check now, but I don't think he did.
Why is he don't like early kickoffs to Sam? I don't understand. Sorry,
say that again.
Why don't you like early kickoffs? I didn't understand. Why don't?
Because
I mean, we have 14 of them. First of all, I'll say from a content creator perspective, us three can relate. We ain't trying to watch all big 6 teams in the same day as well. Like, give me some breathing space, bro. Like, let me breathe. That's all I ask for. It's not too much to ask for, to just breathe. Oxygen. Like, imagine. Yesterday I was thinking about it. Okay, so what in a hypothetical world? Okay, what if Brighton beat City like 1-0? Let's just imagine it happened.
Yeah.
By the time I even say 2 paragraphs to Hamza, Arsenal Chelsea start already. Like I can't even say anything. And from our perspective, the reason why it's a problem, I'll tell you why. Besides the South American thing, there is no need for us to be at this early kickoff when we're in the Europa League. Like, we play on Thursday nights. This could have easily been Sunday 2 p.m. kickoff. Easily could have been Sunday 2 p.m. And Everton ain't in Europe either. So instead of the Premier League,
Martinelli wasn't in the squad. No,
cramming all these games into one, like, give us some breathing space as well. By the way, they done the same exact thing. I swear it was 3 weeks ago, where they had Forest Brentford on the Sunday, and everyone's like, "What the hell's going on?" So that's the thing. But Nobbins, since you have the mic, talk to me about Liverpool Everton.
I mean, just on the early kickoff thing, I just want to explain why I asked. Just because I really like early kickoffs, because I like going to the match early, like to the Etihad, and then coming back, and then I get to watch all the other games after. That's why I asked that.
I can't do that. I can't do that.
In terms of the game,
How early do you wake up on a 12:30 kickoff? Just for us to know, like.
What's that? Sorry.
How early do you get up if it's a 12:30?
I don't live that far from the stadium, so it's not like a big upheaval or anything to do it. It's quite convenient. It's not like I have to wake up like 7 or 8 in the morning. I could wake up at like, I don't know, 11
10?
if I wanted to.
Oh, okay. Fair enough.
Yeah, so the game, you should really easily win it. You will easily win it. Everton are maybe going to get relegated this season. Liverpool are going to finish at least third in the Premier League. I don't know. I don't really know what else to say, to be honest. I don't know how to analyze the game. I don't know how to analyze the game.
The one time I give my panelists the floor to talk about Liverpool, they're like, I don't know what to say. You're gonna smash.
Well, I don't know what to say. Outside
You are going to smash them, though.
Yeah, outside of you should really, really comfortably.
No, but
like it should be embarrassing. Yeah. It should be like at least it should be like 5-0 or something mental. Like
who's your next free league game?
Everton, I think it's and then we play Toulouse. Let me check quickly.
I'll do it for you. Give me a sec.
No, league games. League games.
Our run of fixtures after this is easy. We got
Toulouse,
Everton.
Nottingham Forest in the league, and then Bournemouth away in the league.
Yeah, and then Luton away.
Luton away.
You don't have any injuries, do you, Hassam? Liverpool don't have any injuries, do they?
No, we do. We currently have Gakpo, Thiago, who's always injured.
Oh, wait,
Robertson.
Robertson as well.
Yeah, Robertson's out for like
maybe only 4-0 then. Yeah, okay. Take it
Sam doesn't know. Sam, he won't take the Robertson.
So the reason why you went from 5-0 to 4-0 is because Robertson's injured. You're such a troll. You're such a troll, Roberts. So you took off a goal because the left back's injured.
Respect Big Andy Robertson.
The only way I don't like the Merseyside derby unless it's played at Everton, because I think it means more at that ground than it does to Liverpool fans. I really do.
I will say one thing: Everton, Goodison away is one of the worst grounds to go to.
Oh,
I remember this perfectly. There is literally like multiple poles in front of you. Yes. Like you can't see part of the game because there's literally a pole. Like
that used to be at White Hart Lane as well.
And the camera angles are shit on TV as well.
No, but really bad. Like the surrounding area around Goodison, you still got that like really old school ground vibe. And same with Anfield, but Goodison inside, my word, it is.
I think as Sam, this is a chance for Liverpool to apply real pressure to Arsenal and City over the next few games. Whatever they say, and I think they'll beat United anyway, but City still have to go.
I should have been top of the league if they didn't heist me against Spurs.
Okay, whatever, man. You're not the first team to get, just get over it, man. You know what I mean? It's all good.
Behave.
No, because you're going to I'm going to raise
not with VAR.
I'm going to do this right now. I'm going to do this right now. Something's going to happen to us this season, and I'm going to have to hold that. Okay? I'm just going to say it right now. But there's a difference between
holding that and like that was a robbery.
Okay.
Was it a robbery?
Okay, but I will also say this. I think in your last performance against Brighton, you got handed both your goals. In terms of they were better than you in the first half for me.
Yeah, but
there's a difference between being.
But you should have. But then you should have. But then the second half, you should have blown them away.
No. But there's a difference between.
That's what you should have done.
Defeating the run of play.
It was literally the same possession stats.
It doesn't matter. But the thing is, there's a difference between winning against the run of play and literally being factually robbed of a goal.
Yes,
there's a complete different difference.
The only problem is the only problem is, Curran, is that I'm doing this from a point where I just want to wind Sam up.
Exactly, I know, but I'm
just
saying because the thing is, right?
And this is why we don't talk about Liverpool. You see now why?
You've been an arsehole to Nobbins all stream. You know what I mean?
Yeah, Nobbins done the same earlier on.
No, he doesn't. Don't try that. All right? We all know the good guy and the bad guy.
Nobbins is the wind-up merchant, but he's a nice guy, so he just smiles after.
It's just bad. But no, I seriously think, listen, Everton, I think, you know what? I know what you said about Everton going down, but I think there are 3 worse teams than Everton in this league.
Yeah, I know. There's no like Luton and Sheffield and Burnley exist. Like,
no, I think Burnley will be fine.
No, the problem with Burnley is that they play too open. Do you know what I mean?
Look, let's just put it this way, right? There's 3 worse teams at Everton, and Spurs have played all 3 already. and let's just leave it.
Yeah.
leave
So,
it.
but I mean,
Spurs getting the necessary stray. Love it.
Yes,
only
we're
thing-
about
the
to
only-
catch hella strays in this last segment with Man United. So
well, I'm just
letting Surfer land.
I think you should easily be. I mean, their record at your ground is just atrocious. I mean, one win in 25 years or something like that, and that was in the COVID one. And you know, Ancelotti. Did you see the quote Ancelotti said? "Oh, you won it for the first time." He said it doesn't count because there's no fans here. So Ancelotti didn't even count that win because there was no fans there to even celebrate. I just think, listen, your attacks, overall, your attack, the choices that you have is the best in the league, and I think you're just blown away because these guys lost at Luton at home. They gave Luton their first win of this season. They gave Luton their first.
That was
win.
one of the biggest shocks, by the way, when Luton won 2-1 at Goodison.
2-1. They gave Luton their first win. They deserve to go down. Like you said, Sean Dyche football doesn't work anymore because most teams have big physical centre backs now. Anyway, it just doesn't work. So I think that 3-0 minimum should be. You should be disappointed if you don't score at least 3 at the weekend.
Yeah,
That's what you should
agree
do.
with that. Good take, Andrew Surf. Andrew, I was about to call you Andrew Surfer. I just combined both.
That's
names.
fine. I can change it legally to make it if you want to.
Andrew Surfer, let's go. Anyway, big up everyone in the chat. The last two clubs, I kind of want to combine them both in the same segments. I don't really think, listen, you know what? We'll ask the guys their opinions. I think one of them is losing this week, and I think that's going to be Spurs. I don't think, come on, Sheffield are 20th. They've conceded 8 goals to Newcastle in one game. But anyway, before we do that,
8 different players that game. 8 different players that game. Wasn't
That's
even
also-
that's over hat-trick. 8 different players.
big up the chat, big up Nabil, Michael, and Mahmoud for the super chat. Big up to all of you in the chat right now. Slap the like button, subscribe to the channel, Habibis, run the likes up. And by the way, all of these guys' channels are in the description, so make sure to go give them a subscribe as well. Show them all the love and support that you show me. Big up to you guys, specifically Nobbins, because his homepage video is about Guardiola, the Liverpool fan, so it's very important for us. So hit that like button, subscribe. So Spurs host Fulham at home. Man United go away to Sheffield. I'm gonna do a combined segment for this one. Let me start this one before, and then we open the floor up. I'll be honest with you. I think Spurs are losing to Fulham. No Bissouma is gonna trouble them. I think Spurs are gonna get exposed soon. All this glazing over Ainge. I know exactly what's gonna happen this month. Mo Salah is gonna score 15 goals. They're gonna give Player of the Season, Player of the Month to Maddison, and Klopp is gonna win every single game, and they're gonna give Manager of the Month to Postecoglou. This is just how life works now with all this Spurs, glazing. Ain't no way you just said that, JW.
Yeah,
After my haircut as well.
Yeah,
After my
Martin.
haircut with my
Oh.
crap showing, you fraud. You
No,
fraud.
I'll be honest with you. I'm sick as well. This is me on a bad day.
Yeah,
So
JW.
legit, that is very, very
And this
disrespectful.
isn't even Andrew's regular setup.
No, I'm away. I'm working away this weekend, so
Yeah,
I'm
see,
away.
JW.
I got hotel Wi-Fi, so I'm lucky it lasted this long. Do you know what I mean? So it's like
What the
But
fuck?
Sam, remember Sam's 3 hours ahead, guys. You know what I mean? It's like nearly 11 p.m. Do you know what I mean? And he does,
Oh,
at
don't do
least,
that. Don't do that.
at least,
Oh,
yeah, don't
sorry.
do that. You're not in a shampoo.
Jeez.
I don't say this.
But anyway, let me big up to you, JW. By the way, let me carry on. Listen, Nobbins, fair enough, because he's ginger, and people have it for ginger sometimes. But anyway, let me just carry on. When it comes to Spurs, I'm actually sick of it now. This media overhyping Spurs thing. I've had enough. With Man United, listen, everyone here knows no one hates Man United more than me on this whole panel. Can't stand
No,
that football
not
club.
having it. Not having it.
No, you're gonna.
No,
This is-
no. I'm older than you. I just
You
live with them.
didn't go to
I
Don't
live
get
with
school.
them
fucked.
with this shit.
Don't
Everyone
get
No,
was a
fucked.
United
I
fan.
had
I was the only City
my-
fan in my year.
Brother,
Quiet.
I was a
I
Liverpool
refuse.
fan growing up in the UAE, was surrounded by 40 Man United fans by myself every day.
I was
So
by
football
myself
war
in
has been my whole life.
fucking Manchester.
But anyway, let's not fight over who hates that shit club more. Point
Pissing me
is,
off.
as much as I hate them, it's Sheffield, isn't it? Like I'm just gonna be like, I swear I can't. Like actually, you know what I want to do? I want to come and go like Sheffield. They're gonna beat Man United, you guys. But I can't. I cannot say it. Like it's just Sheffield are crap. So I think they're gonna win.
But Sam, what if Sheffield do what they did to Spurs? I know Spurs beat them late, but it did take Spurs to the 96th minute to beat them. And this is a better attack. Spurs are a better attacking team than Man
They are.
United. So it's
Where is it? Is that
Bramall
Old
Lane.
Trafford?
It's at Sheffield United. It's at Sheffield United.
Ooh, no, Sam. Seriously, genuinely, there's a chance. There's genuinely.
Curran, talk to the people then. Talk
There's
to the
there's genuinely a chance.
Doesn't have a 1-0 penalty.
They are shit away from home. They're dog shit.
Yeah.
Okay, they are donkeys away from home. It's that simple. Like
they
it's
struggle
not,
to beat Burnley away, and Burnley are
they're
more
not
open
good
than
away
Sheffield
from
United,
home.
Yeah.
They're just not
There's
good.
it's going to be it's going to be Maguire. It's going to be bloody
Evans.
Big up Johnny Evans.
Could be Evans.
Mm.
No, it could be Lindelof. It could be Varane. Maybe I don't know if he's back yet or not. But
I agree with you, Aaron. But you know what Curran's saying also ain't like it's valid.
no, because like
Let's put it this
like
way. none of us would
genuinely,
be
if a
shocked
mid-table
if
team
Sheffield
went
did
away
that.
to Sheffield United, would you not say it's a close game? They're a
But
mid-table
no, but
team.
that's the whole point, isn't it? But it's not even mid-table. It wouldn't be a shock.
No, 100%
That's the thing.
no.
It wouldn't be a shock. No one would go, "Oh, that's the biggest shock of the weekend." It wouldn't be more shock if Fulham beat Spurs than Sheffield United beating Man United. It just would.
It 100%
More,
would.
it just would. Let's face it, right? I mean, United. You know, we both stream with Flawless a lot. I mean, he's just going through the motions of just streaming the games now. Sam, you know what I mean, with the takeover stuff and everything. It's like he can't see. It's like you. I don't know how they're playing, how they're setting up. You know,
The thing is, they're not even talking about the game. They're talking about the takeover. They're
Yeah.
not even like genuinely. Like people literally have been like, "All right, fine, we got to stop talking about the takeover so we can actually watch football again." Like genuinely,
Yeah.
that's how it is because they're so disenfranchised with how the club is run, and all the Glazer stuff and etc. And the fact that Ratcliffe's got the 25%, etc. They just don't care. They just and it's beautiful.
I actually
because,
think ever since that devil ad, their life ain't been the same.
yeah. Literally nothing has been the same.
But
they've
been called the Red Devils their entire.
No,
No,
but why are
it
you
was-
promoting Satanism? Talking about
But
pact with the
why
devil?
is it in for life?
Yeah. Don't you think they took it too far?
They're way too
Pact
far.
with the devil. Are you mad?
I
I didn't
Probably-
think about. Never thought about.
I know probably in some countries that advert wasn't even aired. Do you know what I mean? So it's like
It's a pact to the devil. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان,
the
bro.
advertising campaign is. I would love to see the worldwide advertising campaign for that advert. Like
They
how it's
definitely
gonna go
didn't
down.
play that. They
They
definitely
didn't play that in
Everything.
certain countries. There's no way they played that in certain countries
No.
whatsoever.
That
Nobody
was
won.
a wild ad, to be fair.
But yeah,
Oh, yeah.
I do think they'll win, but I would not be surprised. There's a massive chance they don't win. Massive.
Actually, yes, wallahi, I have done. I prayed Isha just before this live. Hold that, Staffy. By the way, speaking of Staffy, today at 10, there's going to be Dawood and Staffy on together with Don on the talk Arsenal Chelsea. So
look,
stay
all I'm
tuned
going to say is
for that.
we will be there.
L's for
it's-
Staffy in the chat. L's for Staffy in the chat. Right
Yeah,
now.
L for Staffy anyway. Because
L
I
for
just dunked
Staffy
his head
anyway.
top.
Yeah.
Dunked
And
on
you just know, right? You just know he's going to start off the show with this guy. He was saying earlier to spam the L's in the chat, and I'm just sitting in the chat. I'm trying to have a nice time. I'm
Yeah.
meant to be the general of the channel.
Why am I catching streets?
Why am I catching L's in the chat when I'm just trying to enjoy the show?
Yeah. Yes.
Nobbins, have you worked with Staffy
We
before?
know,
You have, right? On my
everyone
channel.
knows that guy.
Yeah. Staffy's my boy.
Yeah.
Nobbins.
I like
Nobbins,
Staffy,
sorry,
but it's
Nobbins,
like
yeah,
when,
stop
I don't think he knows you
especially
like
after
that.
his intros, especially after Sam's intros, he always comes in like, "Why me? I don't understand." It's
Staffy
the
does
best,
always
man.
cry, I can't lie. He does have a good, he just loves to moan. He just loves to moan. Speaking of,
Very funny. See?
are Sheffield going to beat Man United, Nobbins?
No, like, come on.
He was so disappointed when he asked.
No, United are actually sort of like stumbling upon some sort of. Sorry if you can hear in the hairdryer. My girlfriend's just started to dry her hair.
Tell Kelvin Phillips to dry his hair in a different room.
Sorry, I'm so sorry about that. United have sort of like stumbled upon like some sort of form. I thought they actually played quite well against Brentford. I know they relied on 2 last-minute goals, but I thought they actually played really well. I expect Højlund to get his first Premier League goal. And Sheffield United are really, really bad at football, to be honest.
They are.
And
Yeah.
they're going to get beaten quite badly. It's going to be like, I don't know, 3-0 or something like that. Look, I'd love it if Sheffield United did something, and McAtee, who's a City loanee, if he somehow did something, that would be great. But it's not going to happen, is it? Let's all be honest with ourselves. You can raise your eyebrows all you want, Hassan, but it's not going to change the result.
No, I agree with you.
No, genuinely.
I wish
because it's away from home. There's always a chance.
I
wish they were playing Villa.
There's always a chance.
Okay, Curran, let me give you this. Let me give Curran something. If Sheffield were to get a draw or win, I wouldn't be shocked. It's not like I'd be sat here.
No,
like,
100% no.
No, I agree with you. But it's it's a little bit more highly unlikely. I wish it was just like a semi-decent, like even if it was like a Fulham.
You know
Like,
who
I
would be
would be like-
perfect? You know who would be perfect? Crystal Palace. Perfect.
Yeah, that would be a
Genuinely.
1-0 Palace win.
You know why that's
Yeah,
funny?
a
'Cause it's
1-0
already
Palace
happened in
win
the
as a free kick or something, just like last season where they thought they were winning the title.
No. You know what's funny? It just happened. They already lost to Palace.
Oh yeah,
Anderson, remember?
yeah, they did. No, they did. Yeah, they did.
Ain't no way Curran just said that.
They did.
The Palace game happened.
I'll be honest with you. I completely forgot about it because the thing is, we beat Palace first game of the season. So I was thinking because it is usually a fairly hard, tough away game. So I was just thinking that would be like a really nice.
They lost already.
They lost to them already.
So does anyone here also agree that Spurs are gonna draw or lose to Fulham this Monday?
See, listen. You are so desperate for Spurs to lose.
I hate that
after.
club.
I know. So you're coming from
Temporary
a
hatred,
totally.
temporary.
You're coming from
Sam,
a
I'll give you
totally-
one piece of solace
Yeah.
that Basuma's suspended.
Yeah, but
So-
that's why I based my prediction on.
It will change. It will. Listen, there is a big drop off. I know Højbjerg played well last game, but it was Luton. But there's a big drop off between Basuma and Højbjerg. I think there is Son out injured. I saw reports, but I don't know if he was actually truly out injured or he's carrying a knock or something. It might be, it might be another late job win like against Sheffield United. I think Fulham are better than Sheffield United, but Fulham just lack any bite in attack without Mitrovic. They just don't. Even against us, I know Vinicius is their Richarlison and worse than Richarlison, in my opinion, and that's saying something. I can't see it. I think they will come out with like a 2-1 win, 3-1 win. I don't want it. I don't like
No.
Spurs.
Let's be real here, okay?
Such a fraud, sir.
Before
How am I a fraud?
they
No,
played
it's
very well.
normal,
They played
bro.
very well. They played very well against us.
Out.
Okay.
Who's gonna score, Richarlison?
No, I don't. Listen, I said 2-1. I didn't say 4 or 5, but I said 2-1.
No, but I'm from Palhinha winner. I'm telling you right now, a header from a corner. It's gonna happen. It's gonna happen.
That's fine. But the problem is, Sam, you're coming from there. You're only coming from there. You're not coming from there and there. You're coming from there because of what they did to you.
So will it be more difficult with no Bissouma? Of course it will be.
Of
right?
course it will. Of course.
Yeah.
it
So
will.
who they gonna play DM then? Eric Dyer.
Højbjerg. It'll be Højbjerg.
Actually,
Oh,
hang on. Let me.
Respect
No, just
Oliver Skip.
hang on. No.
No,
Wasn't
no,
No, I was talking to
Wrong
Alan
thing.
yesterday. I spoke to
Isn't
Alan
Sarah
yesterday,
Dow?
and he was like,
Isn't
"Yeah, it'll
Sarah
be
Dow
Højbjerg."
as well? Isn't Sarah? I forgot. Isn't Sarah Dow as well?
Is
Yeah.
he?
And
Yeah.
Son was
Oh,
holding his
okay,
knees
sorry.
in the South
No,
Korea game.
I forgot. Okay.
Yeah, so
There
it's
was more-
logical now. You know who's gonna be the striker?
okay,
Vinicius
okay.
Junior, not the Madrid one, the Spurs one.
This is Victor.
I still remember.
Junior.
I don't know if you guys remember. There was he did the Mbappe celebration after scoring against like some non-league team in like the FA Cup second round or something. That was
Was it Marine? It was Marine. It was
yeah, Marine. That's it.
Oh,
Yeah. When Mourinho was in charge. Yeah, he did the yeah. You're right. No, that makes it no. Yeah, Oliver Skip and Højbjerg. Yeah, that I can see a draw.
Am
I
I
can
being
see it,
logical? See,
No, I forgot
changed
Salah
his
was out.
mind. I changed his
forgot-
mind.
I
Oh,
forgot
my.
Star was out. I can see a draw. Can I just tell right now, if Maddison gets cropped before the January transfer window, like months before, that's them done in terms of being at the top. They're not going to stay there anyway, but Maddison gets cropped, they have no one to replace Maddison whatsoever in that squad right now. And he's carrying a knock as well. So, let someone else speak.
Yeah, Curran.
Look,
We end with the biggest Spurs hater on this panel. See how I
Look,
gave you that? Is that your biggest rival? See how I
yeah,
gave
of
you
course,
that?
of course.
So next time, give me the United hatred, please. That's
No.
the one club. That's the one club. I bought one piece of United apparel my whole life, and that's United bathroom slippers. So I step on their crest.
You know how you
every time I
guys
go do the business.
I don't think you guys remember what Fergie corruption was like back in the day.
I
Like
remember.
Fergie
I
corruption,
know.
like that was me growing up. 98, 99, 2000. The penalties, the extra time, the Fergie time, like that was my childhood. Okay, like the hatred I have for that club is unbound. But in terms of Spurs, look, if Sar's a doubt and you're playing Højbjerg Skip, brothers, it's not looking good.
There's no pace athleticism in that midfield.
Especially playing Andrew, you need the ability to move up and down the pitch. It's not something you can just do sit back. So if everyone's fit, then with Sarr there, it's better.
Who's best?
Bissouma. Yeah. Look, it's gonna be interesting because the thing is, remember they were really, really stretched against Luton. Like even before the red card, they were not doing well against Luton, and they played really well and rose the standards against us for 75 minutes. And we let them back in that game with the Jorginho goal, and then they took Madison and Son off and settled for a draw. Fair enough, they got their draw.
Caveat the Luton thing, I do, but Richarlison did miss a couple of sitters.
Yeah, but the point is, it points to the fact that it's very simple. It's very I still think they'll win. I don't think they'll
Oh, Curran.
I do think they'll win, but we'll see.
It's not going to be a battering.
It's not going to be a battering.
Not going to be a battering. It's just not.
Why you on the link, Staffy? You want to smoke Curran?
No. You got your stream.
What did I do?
Yeah, why you want to smoke Curran? He's been so nice today.
Don't be rude.
He's been hyping your later on show. Even, your guy, Nobbins, saying just relax.
Yeah, I might
look at this. Look at this.
What did I do?
He took that personally. He's like, yeah, we bullied you, Curran. Growing up, Curran.
Oh, come on.
Quit crying.
Come on.
But he's like, nah, send me the link. I want to smoke this guy. Smoke him for what? You fraud?
For what?
We're talking about Spurs Fulham.
Oh, I know what he wants to do. He wants to get on the link so he doesn't have to respond to people in the chat, smoking him in the chat. That's what
yeah.
So you don't have to do two things at once.
The problem is, Staffy, you know how much I'd love to bring you on. You always here every day. But I'm just, we're wrapping it up, unfortunately, so you're going to have to hold that. But if you do want to see Staffy, 10 p.m. inshallah, go watch his video done. Dawood. They're going to have a nice little preview. But look, I'm so disappointed. I'm the only one here who thinks Spurs will lose or draw. If Spurs lose,
I hope you're right.
I'm personally DMing all of you. I told you so.
I want them to lose. I don't like.
But why are you acting like it's impossible? It's possible.
Of course, it's possible.
Of course, it's possible. I said they might draw.
You see, Fulham is a
semi-decent
team.
I mean, they drew against us. They got a draw against us.
Hang on, we smoked them, so it's all good.
No, but Chelsea always do well against Fulham. Well, we have to
but that's true. But I changed my mind that they might draw after remembering the midfield issues. So he changed my mind.
Fair enough.
But yours is completely. Yours is just because of the VAR. It's got nothing to do. It's got nothing to do with.
No, actually, it's actually less VAR and it's more too much like.
Too much hype. I know. It's too much love after 7-8 games. I know.
Even you have to be honest. They're doing too much now. They're doing too much.
Do you know Andrew's got two manager of the month awards. Mourinho. I don't think Mourinho won. I think one of his championship winning leagues in England, he didn't win one manager of the month award. I don't think, or maybe just one.
The September one, by the way, Liverpool cleaned house. We won every single game except the Spurs heist. Give me the manager of the month.
Even last season, right? Arteta won like 3 or 4 of the manager of the month. And I swear there was one that was like he should not have won it. There was one at least one where
did
it
he
was
win
like
consecutive?
Yes.
Was it consecutive?
One of our ones, I think, where we beat United 7-0. That
There's
game
the
will
one you
forever
beat,
be engraved
Staffy.
here.
How
bro.
did I with him at 10 o'clock?
How was it? Like honestly, that's oh my god, that's 7-0, man. That week, I know we had a shit season last season, but that
It
week
could be
no one
5
could
years in
beat.
the future, right? And we'll still be playing that Spaces clip. That
I'm not
Spaces clip will still be going around in 5 years' time.
I started
Staffy,
the place, everyone just came up, start laughing.
Yeah.
Let me just say, Staffy,
Say
I'm
that.
not throwing hands at you. I will just verbally destroy you. That's all I'll do. Okay, I won't throw.
Guys,
hands.
who timed out waves? Whoever timed out waves is getting.
Oh,
on me.
don't time out Waves, man. He's a big contributor to the channel.
Yeah,
Come
how are
on.
you timing out waves? Slap
He's
the shit
actually
out of this
big up to Waves for Hall of Fame performance in that Hamza stream, where he cooked him when Hamza turned him and criticised Busquets.
Judge
the biggest
Mo
mistake-
timed out waves. I'm gonna tell him to.
Yeah.
I'm gonna tell you guys
Big
to
up Waves.
unsubscribe. Anyway, big up to you guys. Make sure you guys are liking the video. Make sure you guys are subscribing. All the guys' channels are in the description, but we're gonna go around the lovely panel. They're gonna let you know where you can find them on social media or on their YouTube, what they have coming up, all that beautiful stuff. Big up to Mahmoud, big up to Michael, Nabil, and Danny for the super chats. We have a shitload of work to do tomorrow as well, so stay tuned for that. You're probably gonna see my face when you wake up or when you sleep, inshallah. We're all happy and safe and healthy. Nobbins, KDB's cousin, aka Paul Scholes from Wish. Thank you so much.
Kelvin Phillips' roommate as well.
She's
I mentioned that as well.
definitely, that's actually a fact. Definitely very happy to have you on again. Where can people find you? What have you got coming up?
Yeah, so L Nobbins on YouTube. In terms of what is coming up, my tactical area is nearly done. I've got my overhead camera, I've got my touch screen, I've got my Sky Sports annotating board for post-match analysis videos. So if you like that sort of analysis, then you will want to come to my channel because I'll be doing lots of that in the near future. It's nearly done, as I say.
Big up to you, my guy Nobbins, and good luck on that. Oh, tactical board. Oh, I know the one you're talking about. The one that has like the buttons on the right and the left of the screen.
I don't know. I've commissioned someone to make it for me, so I don't know.
Oh, fair enough. Fair enough. Well done, my brother. Well done. Speaking of tacticals, Curran, thank you so much for joining me, my brother. Welcome back to the channel. Been a while. Where can people find you?
Well, I'm actually going to be going live literally right now. So after you guys, I'm going to be going live. So the links in the bottom if you do want to tune in at Ball of a Passion. I'm going to be going to preview the Chelsea game. So I came to say hello to Hassam and you guys, and then I'm going to pop off and do this, and then I'm going to watch the rugby, and then as Hassam's had a very, very jam-packed day tomorrow. It's gonna be mental. So
how are we gonna be watching football from 12:30 to 10? That's a job at that point.
No, you know what?
That's like, remember that's the COVID days, so remember when
it's going to be the full day.
Yeah.
It's going to be the full day of football, and then it's going to be England South Africa in the evening. Like legit, it's like from 12:30 till 10 o'clock at night.
And there's UFC Saturday too as well.
Oh,
there's
shit.
UFC.
Yeah.
So yeah, bloody hell, man. Big up to you, Curran. Surfer.
I'm gonna go, but I'll see you guys.
Yeah, mate. Follow me there. I usually big up. I might stop retweeting Staffy streams after this performance in the chat. So I just let Staffy know that. But you can hold that until he does that. Follow me there. I'll tweet out what I'm on. I'm doing hosting the casually streams tomorrow over the weekend. We'll do the review afterwards, but tomorrow night, not straight after, because every Chelsea and Arsenal fan will go on it, and the Man United games on and stuff like that. So we'll do that. But more importantly, subscribe to everyone here. But more importantly than that, you freeloaders and bozos who haven't done it and you're watching us on replay, you future freeloaders and bozos, like and share the video and subscribe to this channel, please. You don't understand. Look, let me just comment on what Sam said about him not talking about Liverpool. He talks about Liverpool the most on this channel. He does streams every day. Do you know what I mean? That's the whole point. But yeah, subscribe to this channel, please. It's growing bigger and bigger and bigger. So we've got to help this guy get the more. What are you on now, subscriber wise?
Why is Staffy like this? Why is he being?
I don't know what I did, man. I don't
even know what Surfer did to you today. I'm on 22.5.
I think he should at least get 25k by January at least. Not January 1st, but by January. Do you know what I mean? By January. You know what I mean? Just do that, folks. And also, when Staffy's on the stream next, or he's on the stream, big L's for Staffy. Send him shots in the chat so it confuses him when he's on stream and he has to go like that when he can't concentrate. So, let's do that. Yeah, let's do that.
100%. Listen, big up Nobbins, big up Curran, big up Winter Surfer. Big up to you guys. Thank you guys so much. Stick around. It's going to redirect you to Igal's channel as well. Go watch that preview with Lewis and Bice. Love Habibis. Big up once again to Danny, Nabil, Michael, and Mahmoud for the super chats. And we will be back tomorrow, inshallah, for the watch along. Liverpool versus Everton, and then the match in action, and then one of the other watch along, and then something else, and then something else. But love you all.